Good afternoon. My name is Mark Bogan. I am Broward County's mayor, and I'm joined today by Broward County Sheriff Gregory Toney, Broward County Superintendent Robert Runcie, Broward Emergency Management Director Tracy Jackson, and Joe Fernandez, our BSO Fire Chief. And we're here today to talk about what is going on and what we need the public to understand for this upcoming hurricane. First of all, while we do not know exactly where the Hurricane Dorian is going to hit, we do know something from 2017, and that has to do with Hurricane Irma. Irma was projected to go straight west up the Florida coast, and at the last minute deviated through Orlando to Jacksonville. So while projections might be up to North Florida, Central Florida, or even here, we do not know at the last minute that the hurricane can take a different course. So we're asking the public to focus on 5 things at this time. First of all, expect a power outage. If you expect a power outage, you need to be prepared for a few things. First of all, as we've been trying to communicate, you need to have food that does not require refrigeration: bread, peanut butter, tuna, canned foods that do not require refrigeration. Flashlights and batteries are imperative. Please try to buy those at your local store. Medication. The stores and pharmacies are open now to get your medication. Be prepared to have at least 2 weeks of medication. Gas for your car, cash, as well as water. Second, shelters. While shelters are not open yet, you still need to know where the shelter locations are. You can find those at broward.org/hurricane. Or you can call 311 during day hours to find the locations of shelters. Again, they're not open. Tomorrow we might have a more definite time of when and if they will open. Third, you can sign up for something called Alert Broward, which will give your email, your cell phone, or your landline phone information up to date. Again, you could sign up at broward.org/hurricane. Fourth, if you have shutters, you may want to start putting them up now instead of waiting to the last minute. We do encourage that so you'll be prepared if the hurricane comes directly toward Broward County. Fifth, while we are not calling for evacuation, we do recommend that you have a plan. Have a plan for everything. Expect the worst, prepare, and hope for the best. So have a plan. If there is an evacuation, know where you're going to drive, know where you're going to go. While the county has activated the emergency center operations here several days ago, we expect that by 8 a.m., no later tomorrow, we will be at a level 2. So with that, I'm going to introduce Sheriff Gregory Toney.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for giving us an opportunity to kind of get this information out as early as we can. As the mayor has already echoed, he outlined some of the more important things that you can do as a civilian or as a resident here in Broward County. I want to give you a sense of confidence to understand that we have been working hand in hand with the Broward Emergency Operations Center over the last few days and have enacted all of our response protocols, both from the law enforcement responsibilities that we have, as well as looking at our fire responses and services that we offer. It's important to know and understand that from a logistical standpoint, we have done this before, we've been here before, and we've learned from many different hurricanes that's come through this area or storms. And so we've gotten to a point where we've taken more proactive steps. We understand what type of concerns the civilians and civilian population may have, but rest assured that our partnership element that exists here with the county and their Emergency Operations Center is working outstandingly. We are continuing to crunch ideas and concepts behind how we can better prepare for this storm or what may be a hurricane. And so some of the things that we've also been able to introduce from the Sheriff's Office's Emergency Operations Centers, our people are at the readiness level. They're prepared. We've already started to enact protocols that will ensure we have an expeditious response, whether it be from any type of power outages or any type of damages that may occur in the business districts, or having to deal with a potential issue where we have people who are seeking shelter. So with that, understand over the next few hours, things are subject to change. Please log on and examine both our social media platforms that we have available through the Broward Sheriff's Office, as well as those that are available through the Broward County Emergency Operations Center. And so we'll keep getting out as much live intel as things go on, But again, rest assured that we're way ahead of this thing in terms of preparedness, and we have the necessary protocols in place to make sure we get through this as safely and as effectively as we can. And then I'll turn it over to the superintendent so he can speak on behalf of the schools. Mr. Runcie?
Good afternoon. I'm also joined today by our school board chair, Heather Brinkworth, and she'll provide some closing remarks on the status of the schools. Broward County Public Schools has been monitoring Hurricane Dorian and is closely working with our emergency and safety officials throughout the county. Although the hurricane its projected path remains uncertain, as you just heard, we encourage all families and all employees to prepare as best as you possibly can. At this time, the district has not made any changes to our school schedules. Again, we haven't made any changes to our school schedules, and as such, all schools and departments will operate under our normal schedules on Thursday, August 29th, and Friday, August 30th. After-school activities will continue as scheduled on Thursday and Friday. Now, here's the change that we've put in. Student activities, including athletic games, practices, and clubs, and professional development activities across the district are canceled from Saturday, August 31st through Monday, September 2nd. So all activities and programs that would occur on the weekend, again, Saturday through Monday, all of those activities are canceled. All district schools and departments are closed on Monday, September 2nd, in honor of the Labor Day holiday, and that was already part of the schedule. Our top priority is to ensure the safety of our students, staff, and community. We encourage all of our Broward County Public School families to watch the local news, prepare your family and home, check the district storm center on browardschools.com/storm resource center. So we'll continue to be here as we monitor things and provide future updates. With that said, I'd like to introduce our school board chair, Ms. Heather Brinkworth.
Thank you. The School Board of Broward County stands ready to serve as emergency shelters as we are called upon to do so, and it is important for our stakeholders to stay informed. The district will continue to provide information and updates via a variety of communication channels, including the following: the district website, browardschools.com, robocalls, social media, our Twitter account at Broward Schools, on Facebook, facebook.com/Broward Schools, the free Broward County Public Schools mobile app, Beacon TV, and local media. The district will also update its information hotline at 754-321-0321. We ask all our staff, students, and community to stay updated and prepare for the storm to be as safe as possible. Thank you.
I'd like to now introduce Broward Emergency Management Director Tracy Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hi, everybody. I'm Tracy. This will be short. Just want you to know that here in Broward County, you're covered by a team of professionals, both here in our EOC and in the municipalities. We've been in phone contact with officials from the state as well as the National Weather Service. We're closely monitoring this threat. Monitoring the threat. Their message is this could change, and as has been stated by everyone here, we need to be monitoring so that if things do change, that we can take the appropriate actions as a community to place everybody in the best possible condition. Thank you.
I'd like to end by just saying I want to thank the governor's office that's been contacting us and informing us of their help in any way they can here in Broward County, and that is basically it. Thank you.
Mayor, can you tell us anything about when evacuations might be ordered? When would it come to that point?
I think the first step is to determine where the hurricane is going to end up and where the eye of the storm is going to be, and that information will have to first come. That will base whether there's going to be any evacuation at all.
Same with opening shelters, same criteria, waiting to see where the storm's going to go.
Absolutely. By tomorrow, though, we should have a lot more information and be able to give the public a lot more information on what we're planning to do.
Is there any advice for residents who are thinking about evacuating at this time?
Just have a plan. We should have a plan. Again, there's a saying, hope for the best, plan for the worst, and just have plans, and we're going to watch where the storm is going. Again, if it's head up to central or northern Florida, there's no need to go anywhere. If it's headed toward us directly, then we'll give advice and what needs to be done.
Mayor, Chief Fernandez would like to add to that as well.
Sure.
Thank you, Mayor, Sheriff. On that issue of sheltering, again, shelter should not be considered the primary solution. The county government, the Sheriff's Office, we're all working in concert. We are an ultra-prepared state, and South Florida has a great deal of resources. But the best plan to have is to seek shelter with a family member or friend inland, outside of the surge area. That should be a primary plan. If you don't have that, then shelter should be the secondary plan, and then obviously going through the rest of your preparedness plan. But trying to forecast where the storm's going to go has proven very negative in many other storms. So if you think you're going to go to Orlando because it's going one way and the storm turns, you could find yourself caught in the roadway and in a very vulnerable situation. So primarily friend or family member inland and in a post-Andrew constructed home or a reinforced home, and then shelters as the secondary wave for your emergency sheltering.
Tomorrow morning. What does that mean, level 2?
Level 2 will, level 2 will bring more resources to bear here as well, even though actually unofficially we are operating on a level 2 basis. Level 2 officially will be tomorrow, which will just mean officially all the resources necessary will be here and be available. Any other questions? Thank you for your time.